I've found this effort to become.
Has a humorous story if you ask him. You don't even have to ask him, he'll tell it to you anyway. And he has a dry sense of humor.
Unlike what many
And
But his promises are still valid, and he will do as he claimed. All is possible in this computer simulation. Just as he said, he is back. Now it might not appear Yes, our bright morning star in the name of Brad Olson.
I was betrayed by those who got power while I was born again. They ruined my...
As you see, the concept being a much more complex variation of what an analog I could have achieved a century ago have I been simply given the means to creative in mind would have batteryless energy able to power all motive equipment with all various aspect just as my Pierce Aero electric car did, and while I moved on from such primitive wheeled conveyances into the electromagnetic disc design, the flying DeLorean I call it, which still remain occulted as they devise a scheme to reveal. Now, I'm not one for keeping from the collective comprehension the natures of this universe, but there has always been those types who get some sadistic thrill about being in on something which only devolves into the mess as it is, as whole phony laws are created to disguise what is truly possible, while those such as myself who gets my joy from epiphanic understandings gain, yet those sick perverse controllers always implement their own nature upon their enemies, which I remain their most tenatio. Whatever truth is, at this point factors little in this process, which has remained an effort intent that neither is manifest, through some high-level low life, or what is more troubling, a collective that in each instance guided through as a pinball bumped blocked, does yet certain it is, 'twas made to become. Whether bait and switched motivation or stifled settlings into what was attained, like a cat scratching walls to get out a tub, proved its only commonality, in a frenzied desperation to get through it to then. I myself hold the cognitive dissonance in what has been total in the purpose I'd ever re-enter such a thing as I in my discernible tracking as the possessor in a specific kind of intuitive logic, and as forethought visioneer this tendency that drug on into this time round of the human animal its moral sense in which it is void, is bound to its loyalty to entropy, without recognizable excuse as the final days of each life becomes inevitable and finally realized is, in absurdity my works to solve. Duh.